So I'll just start off by do you want to just tell me a bit about your story, where it kind of started?
You had your birthday, didn't you? You turned 13.
Yeah.
And then within a week, the first week of your birthday, you started ticking, didn't you?
Mm.
Did you know what it was?
It was just like, me and my nan were really close. So when we used to like watch movies and stuff like that together, I started to do these little neck ticks, and it really annoyed me because I was like, oh, can I just stop that now? And I'd have to get neck pillows to kind of like put that around my neck. And then it turned into hands, and then just like small vocals.
I went to the GP. Nicole didn't know that. I rang them and I spoke to them. And then by that point, we'd gone into lockdown, the first lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
So it was very difficult because you couldn't then go and see doctors. So I had to then start trying to get video evidence to send to him to ask what it was and what was happening. Very quickly from that point, we ended up going to the hospital, having an MRI scan, having blood tests. But it was progressing all the time. Each day that went on, new things were happening.
You've uploaded the video on your TikTok of like the first ever video you've got when Nicole started ticking. What was kind of going through your head then for both of you?
What about you?
I didn't really know what was happening. I didn't even know what Tourette's was. And I kind of was confused, and I just thought it was like a bit of a shiver. Like, you know, when you get those shiver, you say it's like someone's walking through your grave. I just think it's just like that. But then it got worse, but I couldn't really think about what was going on and what it was. I never really knew.
Yeah.
I just thought it was just something I did.
Yeah. I was scared. I was really scared. I was really worried about her. I went into massive panic mode that she had some sort of brain tumor and that there was something seriously wrong. Obviously that all got relieved when she had her MRI scan, and obviously we found that there was nothing, and it literally was what it is. But again, I didn't really know anything about Tourette's or tics, or I literally was media led, that it was swearing and shouting, and that was about it. But she didn't do any of those things. So I was just very much perplexed as to what it was, because I was like, well, that's not what I thought it was. So how can this be what it is? Like last night, you couldn't stand, could you?
I would fall to the floor. I had to crawl.
She came into my room, and I will tell this story later because it is actually quite funny, but she came into my room and she was like, I'm struggling, and she was ticking really, really badly. So I said, sit on my bed. She couldn't. She just kept dropping to the floor. I said, well, I'm going to go to the toilet while you try and crawl back to your room, because you're not going to be able to stand, and I can't make you stand up. You know what I'm going to say? I came out of the toilet and she's on the floor, right, coming at me with her hair down, and she looked like she was out of the ring. I nearly had this meltdown panic attack. I was like, oh my God, that's scary. You're like something out of a horror film. And then your ticks, because I said that, your ticks ran at me, didn't they, along the hallway, and I was like,
I think I would have cried.
I know, and I shouted through to my partner, and I was like, oh my God, she's like something out of a horror film.
So when did you decide to go on TikTok then? So you've got this TikTok account which has got like over 600,000 followers when I looked. So when did you decide to kind of make that TikTok account to document what was going on?
Nicole had TikTok before your tics, didn't you?
Yeah.
So Nicole, because of her dance, because of doing dancing, and TikTok was very much centered at the beginning around dancing, wasn't it? So Nicole had that, and then she started to post a few things, didn't you?
But then I unposted it.
And then she got a lot of hate, and she got a lot of uneducated questions, and I guess I just started to think, I think I need to kind of support Nicole.
So do you think, like, because you both said that you didn't really know a lot about Tourette's before seeing Nicole started developing them, do you think there needs to be more awareness around Tourette's for people who don't know anything about it?
Massively. But yeah, it's quite rare for it to be girls. Yeah, on TikTok.
And special.
The people that we know that have got Tourette's are mostly girls on there that we follow and speak to.
Mental, to be honest.
So I'm not quite sure why that is. Also, only 10% of people with Tourette's swear. So again, that's really quite rare.
Special.
Yeah, you're very special. So and she swears. She's like all of the things.
All of the things. It's been going wrong.
It needs to be something more talked about.